John Meadows was right about compound lifts and your joints. Hey, it's funny. I feel like I could do 1,000 videos of John Meadows was right. But here's a big one, especially for you older guys. And when I say older, I mean just really in training age. I'm in my 40s, but I've been training. Gosh, I don't even know how many years. I mean, apparently when I was 3 years old, I used to do push-ups and pull-ups and sit-ups and all that stuff like that with my dad. So I know that definitely by 5, I was doing push-ups every day and making my mom count them and write them down. My mom would sit there and have to time me. I'd be like, how many push-ups can I do in a minute? And I'd make my mom write it down and I'd try to beat it the next day, as if that's a sustainable thing. Anyways, John Meadows made this really astute observation and pointed out how, before doing compound lifts, guys get injured on compound lifts as they get older. It's just hard to squat, it's hard to deadlift. And he made this great insight about doing things like hamstring curls and leg extensions and stuff like that before you squat. And of course, when I was young, I disregarded this because I didn't need it. It was like, what difference does that make? So I would come in, I'd just squat the bar. That's a good enough warm up. Squat the bar, throw on the throw on 45. So it's 135. There's your first set, second set, 185, third set, 225. And then you just go up from there to whatever you were squatting that day, right? So, bar 135, 185, 225, and then whatever you're going for. Yeah, when you're young, you didn't need a whole lot of warm up stuff. So here's something interesting though, is that now as I get older, I got to do the workout before the workout, as Louis would call it. So it turns out Louis Simmons was right too. Louis pointed out that the older you get, the more you have to do. It's like, yeah, actually, that's a very good point. So, maybe you take a band and you do some hamstring curls with a band, maybe you do some leg extensions with a band. Yeah. And now you've got some, some blood flow and your joints are starting to loosen up. And now when you go squat, oh, hey, like my knees don't sound like celery, because for me, my knees are what I have left. The doctors tell me it's bone on bone, which is bullshit. I've told you guys that before. If it was bone on bone, the joint wouldn't move, it would be fused. But regardless, my MRIs don't look real pretty. I've got torn meniscus in both knees, and MCLs are all fucked up, and patellar tendon, quad tendon, PCL, whatever. But I don't take these things too seriously, man. I don't care. Guys tell me, oh, you have arthritis. It's really, really bad. You should never squat again. So I started squatting every single day and my knee pain went away. But what I'm going to point out to you though, is that I've kind of been playing around with this thing lately where I do some hamstring curls and some leg extensions beforehand, which is not something I normally do because I would normally disregard those things as a bodybuilder thing. But I just kind of got this idea in my head the one day, I've never tried it. I don't really need it, because I didn't think I needed it. Because, I'll squat the bar for 3 sets, 3 sets of 10 with just the bar. So when I was younger, it'd be like 1 set of 5 with the bar and then throw the, 45s on. Now it's like, okay, I do, a really nice, slow, strict set of 10. Then I do another set of 10 with just the bar a little faster. And then, another set of 10 with the bar, full speed. And then I go and throw on the 25s. So I start off with 95, right? So my warm up takes a little more time. I take some smaller steps, but my knees feel good. Anyways, so I thought to myself, well, this John Meadows thing though, hamstring curls and leg extensions. John was right about a lot of things. So I think, I feel like I'm going to give this a try. Yeah. And I gave it a try, and I got to tell you, damn, I should have been doing that. John Meadows was right. Do some hamstring curls and some leg extensions beforehand, and it's amazing. I don't know if it's like it primes the muscles or what's going on there. I don't know if it's a thing where it shuts down some pain, or if it's just getting blood flow in there, or what is going on necessarily. But it was amazing to me because like I squatted the bar and I was like, yeah, I'm ready to throw weight on. And I did that first set at 95 and I was like, gosh, that felt like the easiest set of 95 I've ever done. So I went ahead and threw on, the 45s, and I'm like, yeah, that was really easy too. That was almost too easy. We get to 185 and it's like, oh, this feels easier than usual. So, do I need to do hamstring curls and leg extensions beforehand? No, because I don't have knee pain because I squat frequently. So my knees stay nice and juicy and smooth, and I don't have knee pain. But I tell you what, doing leg extensions and hamstring curls beforehand, just literally one set of each. Wow. It was like the best warm up ever. It just things just clicked. And it was amazing. Like I was like resting like 1 minute between sets, just really not even. It's just me loading the bar and then just taking the next set all the way up to my working weight. And it was like, wow, okay. So my workout actually ended up being shorter because I added in one set of hamstring curls and one set of leg extensions. Right, so that brings us to the final point, which you already knew. John Meadows was right.